All right, if you're a fan of the actor and singer Robert Davi, you know he has a great voice, and he is now lending that voice to something that he's been warning about for, what, the better part of a decade and a half, almost 2 decades, and saying that this latest incident with Ahmad Khan Rahami kind of illustrates his point. Why don't we go into these neighborhoods where trouble could be brewing? An extensive neighborhood watch, I guess. It's a good point. Explain.
Well, Flight 93, the guys that said, let's roll, 3 weeks after 9/11, in honor of them, I started to think, why don't we have Civilian Patrol 93, which is a more extended neighborhood watch. And my dream was, I got to Tom Ridge, I spoke to Tom Ridge, I expected him to embrace the idea, and me being at the Rose Garden saying the speech with President Bush and Tom Ridge going, Civilian Patrol 93, let's volunteer, call your communities, here's the house, and this whole thing.
Right.
Because what it would do is...
And what was the reaction you got?
The reaction was silence, deafening silence, like...
Because they thought it would be profiling.
They thought it would be profiling, they thought it would be the civilians getting involved in a certain way, but no, there was background checks. Italians were racially profiling, and I've got to tell the community, see something, say something is as dead as don't just say no to drugs. It's as ridiculous. I was on 26th Street, Sunday night. I came in from LA to do a radio show that I do. 23rd Street, 27th Street, blocked off, right? People eating. I'm looking at people, listening to the thing, relaxing. They just had a bombing there. I put my carry bag on the sidewalk just to see something, say something. No one says anything. No one sees anything.
Were you near the bag? Or?
No, but I put it far enough away.
They saw you, they might have been intimidated.
No, I put it far enough away that they knew. No, it was like if I put a bag over there in the corner, and no one here said anything about it, and then later on I said, you know, that's my bag.
So you're right about that. In this case, it was only one woman who caught the one weapon.
The one weapon.
Right? And she just, that was the only one. It was in full view to a lot of people.
Civilian Patrol 93 is a program that should be instituted across the nation, whereby volunteers in the community get a small background check. They then canvass their particular community to know who their neighbors are.
Well, how do you know they don't get a little power hungry and a little nutty?
No, because there's a little background check. They also get sensitized with law enforcement, local law enforcement, and the FBI. And all they are is a conduit, so a woman like in San Diego, who was afraid to be called racially profiling when she knew something was going on, a woman like that can call up a civilian patrol, because otherwise there'll be tips and hotlines. This happened right after 9/11, and it came about, Neil, because I was coaching my daughter's softball team, and I was doing the show Profiler, so everyone thought I was FBI. And on they were all coming. Everyone saw conspiracies in their Cheerios, okay? So I have to say, how would we help law enforcement at the same time weeding out what may be a threat on our critical infrastructure?
You know, it's odd that you coached your daughter's softball team. I mean,
I coach.
What do you mean she's out?
You know what? The parents I used to call them maggots. All right, maggots, come on. All these little girls.
But you know, your point is taken about Italians. I mean, our ancestors were always profiled with the mafia stuff. It's always happened in generations.
One of the greatest cops from the community, Joseph Petrosino, in the 1900s, developed the techniques that they used for the RICO.
Yeah.
And the anti-terrorism, still till today. New York City, he's a very decorated cop for New York, and he was killed in Sicily. But I went before the grand jury because I had lunch with an interesting character who I did not know was an interesting character.
Okay, it happens.
So no, but I'm saying I
didn't feel racially profiled. All right. All right, Robert Davi,
by the way.
You look wonderful, and thank you for all your kindness when I was away. Robert Davi, think about it. Not a crazy idea. We've seen crazier things happen, right? Stick around.